Well, that was a joke. The Cowboys get blown out by the Denver Broncos 44-24, a score that doesn't even indicate how much of a non-competitive game that was. Nothing looked good for the Dallas Cowboys. Players, coaching, offense, defense, you name it. Everything sucked for the Dallas Cowboys against the Denver Broncos in this one. Give me your one-word reaction to the Cowboys' loss against the Broncos in this one. Everything sucked, bad, blows, you name it. That was a putrid performance out of the Dallas Cowboys. Failure, easy one. That was bad. That was everything we worried about going into this game. Quick injury update. Alijah Clark did leave as part of a extremely decimated secondary. Their top 5 safeties are now injured. Malik Hooker's on IR. Donovan Wilson, Juanita Thomas did not play. Rib injury for Alijah Clark. Injury to insult, it feels like, there for the Cowboys. Carter off the field. We'll see if he goes next week. I have some extreme doubts on that front. So Alijah Clark going to miss some time. I wouldn't be surprised by it. All right, takeaways. Number 1, your defense blows. If the only reason you didn't allow 50 is because Denver didn't try to stop themselves, or Denver didn't try to. What the hell are we doing out here on defense, man? You run man, you get cooked because Trikweze Bridges is not an NFL starting corner. Please try Kalen Carson next week. We'll talk about that on our overreaction show. This team is a joke on defense. Denver had more drives than they had third downs. And that includes the not even trying 3 and out they went on in the fourth quarter and a kneel down drive. What are we doing out here? This is, even if you take those away, by the way, you still had more drives than third downs. This is a fraudulent defense. Name one defensive player who was good today. Your linebackers were seemingly never in the correct spot. Your secondary didn't have a very good day. Trikweze Bridges got cooked. I think when the numbers come in and PFF double reviews, I don't think that touchdown is going to be DaRon Bland. I think it's going to go to Kenneth Murray. Trikweze Bridges, early numbers, 102 yards on 7 catches allowed. Come on. Kenneth Murray, Shamar James, didn't look very good. They got gashed all down the ground. They suck on defense. They are a putrid excuse for a football team. I think high school teams could score right now on the Dallas Cowboys. You are never going to win games when you have to say, our offense wasn't good, but they would have had to score 50 to win. Come on. Fire Matt Eberflus today. This isn't working. Look, the players get blame, the coaches get blame. This is a joke. It is an obvious F for me on this Dallas Cowboys grade against the Denver Broncos. Anyone not saying an F is either a Broncos fan, Eagles, Giants, Commanders fan, or they're just trolling, or they're delusional. Nothing was good in this game. And it starts with the defense, because this defense is the worst in football. The other worst defenses in football, by the way, the Ravens allowed 16 against the Bears, and the Dolphins allowed 10. So I haven't done the math, but I'm pretty sure you now have the worst defense in football. Since that Seahawks game, by the way, that Thursday night game when it was 40-34, no team has allowed more points in football than the Dallas Cowboys. They suck. Number 2, I'm honestly almost more upset about the decision from Brian Schottenheimer to literally punt the game away late. You weren't really in a great spot to win the game anyway, but you forced a field goal try from Denver. 17-30, you're down. You get a good third down play that is dropped by Javonte Turpin. You're facing 4th and 5 from your own 44. Your defense hasn't stopped a nosebleed all day, and you punt. Those next drives, by the way, touchdown allowed. 12 plays, 84 yards, 5.5 minutes, 8 plays, 55 yards, and the game was over. Because at that point, it's a 20-point game. Why did you punt? That is unacceptable coaching decision-making. Punting there, everyone watching was like, what are you doing? Your defense can't do anything right. punting there honestly is a borderline fireable offense. Borderline LSU firing Brian Kelly right now. Like, just unbelievable. There's no reason to punt that ball there. Go out trying to win. They didn't. They deserve to be fired. Like, that is unacceptable. Just brain dead coaching. Anyone who's played Madden knows to go for it there. Failure. Today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every single day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it is good to be right. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks. Pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. If you had picked more than on Dak Prescott rushing yards and something else, you would have come out on top there. 3 players at the same time on the Prize Picks app. The slate, we had heartbreaking losses here, frankly. Ceedee Lamb, we had more than 74.5 or 76.5. He had 74. Cortland Sutton, we had more than 69.5. He had 67. Dak didn't have a touchdown pass because, red zone woes, and we'll talk about the offense here in a second. Javonte Williams had 13 carries into the fourth quarter and stopped there. Brutal losses there. But that's okay because we got $50 after we put down our first $5 lineup. Go download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. The offense also gets blamed. Again, I am of the belief that if you're asking your offense to score 50 to win games, like, you're not actually mad at your offense. You're mad at your defense. But I don't think the offense played well today. I don't think Dak played particularly well. I don't think Ceedee Lamb played particularly well. You had multiple drops from several players. Javonte Turpin had negative yards of offense. They did not play well. I think this was, a C game? Generously a C game. The 24 points is fake but also real because, you probably would have scored if you'd kept the starters out there on offense. But I have by far Dak's worst game of the year. Should it erase the other 7 games? No, of course not. Will people do that? Of course. That's how this goes when you're the quarterback there. I thought Pickens was actually pretty good again today. Lamb drew some DPI calls too. But the O-line did not have a good game. Dak was under pretty constant duress there. Milton had a nice deep ball throw to Tolbert. That was good. Javonte had 2 touchdowns, but he averaged 3.2 yards per carry. You didn't run the ball well. Jaden Blue fumbled. That was a lucky Hoffman dove on it. Not that it really mattered. Your offense did not play well. If you had a competent defense, you may have been able to scrape out a win or at least be competitive, but you don't. You need your A game on your offense, and you did not have it remotely. Still, you blame the defense because you can't expect to score 45 points. You could have scored 40, and I think you would have lost by 2 touchdowns, honestly. You weren't getting stops on defense until Denver stopped trying. It's the defense for me. And Jerry, because he built this team in the end. Well, remember last week how you stopped the Commanders' run game pretty good? Not today. Denver ran it down your throats repeatedly. R.J. Harvey, until garbage time, actually had more touchdowns than times he was tackled. Yeah, that's the real stat. 7 carries, 46 yards, 2 scores, 1 catch, 5 yards, and a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 15 carries, 111 yards, 0 TDs. But J.K. Dobbins, 7.4 yards per carry. R.J. Harvey, 6.6. Marvin Mims, 6. Tyler Batty, 6. You had 2 kneel downs that made it under 7 yards per carry. There was nothing that you did right on defense. Now, we will have overreactions on tomorrow's live show, so stay tuned for that. We'll talk trades. We'll talk Diggs, who, boy, Bridges sucks. Please play Kalen Carson. That's one of them. Play Kalen Carson. I beg you. Try something different there. Stop trotting out the same shitty players. All coming up on tomorrow's show. Number 5, and we'll do this as an overreaction too. I don't think your season is over, but I don't think you have hope either. Your schedule, you have to beat Arizona to get you back at 500. Maybe then you can beat the Raiders coming out of Monday Night Football. But then you still have the Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants. I don't think you're going to win 5 of those games. So at that point, like, you get 9 wins? This is going to be an 8-8-1 team again. You have so many issues on defense. Your coaching staff failed you again today. I just don't think you had the horses here. So what is your confidence level in the Cowboys? Scale it for me from 1 to 10. 1 on the low end, 10 on the high end. The keys to victory. Holy shit. This is I laugh out of pain. Did Dak do it again? No, he was not good today. Did the defense contribute? Outside of the gift wrap INT from Bo Nix? No, you didn't. And even if you scored on that drive, it's 28-44. You score on your other 2 touchdown drives in the red zone. Yeah, you still lost that game. And that's if you play perfectly on offense. Yeah, see the problem? You did not keep Dak Prescott upright. He had to scramble a lot in this game. Was not a good showing. Javonte had his touchdowns in the revenge game and nothing else. And you did not snap the losing streak against Denver. You have not beaten them since 1995. And you did not have a road win against Denver since 1992. Everything sucked today. There's no way around it. The Cowboys were an embarrassment in this loss against Denver.